Okay, we're going to start her here. Our little tumbler to move the switch out on. Now originally would have had a button on the floor. Make sure we got neutral here. This one's just got a little push button. Alright. Let's see. I forget. Sure we're missing the door here. Here we go. Going a pretty comfortable, well, I was going 60. The engine is, I don't know. Oh, there was a deer up there. I better watch it. Yep, there's a fawn. I don't need to meet any of those guys. Going a pretty comfortable 60 miles an hour. The engine is probably turning just by ear, maybe 2,500, maybe a little tiny bit faster. So as is typical with cars of this era, you know, it's just a very comfortable 55 miles an hour. I'm sure there are gear sets available that you could put in the rear end that would easily let you cruise down the road 10 miles an hour faster, comfortably. But it just really is a pleasure to drive. It gets out and goes. To me, first gear does seem a little tall. Like it takes a little more RPM to get it rolling than it normally should. But it's really no problem once you get used to it. Kind of hard to drive a manual while holding the phone. Also got to let the owner find pieces for his windshield wiper. I've gotten the wipers working. Just running Marvel Mystery through the servo, but he'll need to get some pieces there. Our gauges are all working. We're charging right now. We've got about 40 to 50 psi on the oil gauge, full tank of gas, and we're under 180 yet on the temperature. I've come about 4 miles.
So what we have here is a very fine example of a 1938 Buick Special. That was referred to as the Series 40. They had 4 series going up in size, horsepower, and price. This was the lowest on the totem pole, so to speak. This one is on a 122-inch wheelbase. It is the smallest of the 4. After the Special, then they had the Century, the Roadmaster, and the Limited. And they went up to 126, 133, and the longest was the 140-inch wheelbase limited. This one has been repainted, kind of this metallic putty. I don't know what you call this color. Very decent looking paint job. It was originally dark green. Some things here and there, you know, they painted what's left of the welting, they painted over that. Just small little details, but overall, a very good job. One fog light's crooked. I should probably fix that. Let's start on the left side of the engine. All series either came with a Stromberg or a Marvel 2-barrel downdraft carburetor. This one is a Stromberg Aero type. Generator down there. You can watch us replace that in the video, and the voltage regulator has been replaced with one with fewer wires. We got into there and adjusted that. But let's go to the other side. This is Buick's famous straight 8 valve in head. This engine produces an actual 107 horsepower at 3,400 RPM, 203 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000, and 6.15 to 1 compression ratio. And these are all numbers for this Series 40, the Special. Of course, they all go up for the other 3 series. Goes up to 141 horsepower, 269 foot-pounds, and 6.35 to 1 compression ratio. We just rebuilt the fuel pump. We went through the starter, and we had a whole debacle on the batteries. So if you're new here, you're just seeing this car for the first time, you can go back and watch all of that. Biggest thing the eye notices right away on this car is the condition of the running boards. It would be really nice to get that rubber replaced. All series had a 10-inch clutch and a Synchromesh 3-speed transmission. All helical cut gears, so a quieter transmission and allowing smoother shifts. Gear ratios are all a little higher in the Special compared to the other 3 series, most likely just to compensate for slightly lower horsepower out of this engine. I'm sorry, the breeze picked up a little bit here. The brakes on all 4 series are internal expanding hydraulic drum brakes, of course. I believe they are all 12-inch drums on all series. Everything is just a little smaller otherwise as far as the shoes and the wheel cylinders for this Series 40, our Special here. But that makes sense because you have less weight to stop in the Series 40 compared to the 3 higher series. Now on this Buick, I see certain styling cues Chevy would have adopted a couple years later. The side louvers on the hood. The hood ornament looks exactly like the Special Deluxe hood ornament from 41. That's about it, honestly. Really like these door handles. Good, robust Art Deco door handles there. Lots of leg room in the back seat. This upholstery has been very well redone and preserved. Lots of leg room. Ashtray. Grab handles are all in place. Very decent headliner. I feel I could go on a pretty long trip in this back seat. You could probably accommodate 2 other adults in here, but it'd be a little snug. Up front, boy, you would want them to be skinny, that's for sure. So I would definitely say 5 or 6 people are possible, but it would be just a lot more comfortable with 4. All doors open and close nice and solid. Weather stripping is a problem on this one and really needs to be replaced. And that is just a matter of gluing in a new seal. Probably the exact same stuff you can buy by the foot at Chevy part outlets like Chevs of the 40s or the filling station. And then you glue it in place. Door panels in pretty good condition. They've been redone, I imagine. The window trim has been repainted just a plain brown. Would have originally been the painted on wood grain. Here's a back window one you can probably get a good look at there to see what that wood graining looked like. And then the front is just repainted brown. Clock in the glove box, radio delete. There is no radio in here. Vacuum wipers, everything basically standard fare for a car of the time. Like I said earlier, 3-speed transmission. This is the wrong knob and it is marked for 4-speed. Reverse is left and up. First is straight down, of course, from that. And second and third. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. We've done everything we were supposed to do on the Buick. The owner's coming in a day or two to pick it up. I've really enjoyed working on it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the progress. Just a shame that there was about a 2-month delay in between, but sometimes that's how it goes. If you're new here and you don't know what we're talking about, then go back to the beginning and watch the progress here, as well as the myriad of many other projects that we have going on all the time. So what's next? Well, this owner has talked to me about a 57 Buick, a 47 Chevy pickup. I've got the 48 Chevy in storage. I need to bring it back in and do a whole bunch more to it. I've got my son's 90 Chevy short bed. I've got my 86 square body. I've got the 62 Corvair. I've got a 28 Chevy basket case. You know, we're going to have all kinds of fun. So come on back. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Goodness, it's hot.